But the one that I want to look at is going to be the Tory Horton touchdown. So let's take a look here at that play call. It hit just a little bit different.
This one hit different.
All right, and on this one, it is going to be the Tory Horton touchdown. Hey, you never made a catch in the NFL. Your first NFL catch is a touchdown. Congratulations, young man. Hopefully the first of many, but an impressive play call here from Kubiak, absolutely. The Seattle Seahawks are going to come out in a kind of condensed looking split. And so when I say tight split, you see those receivers rather than them aligned out wide. They're condensed down in towards the line of scrimmage. And so the Steelers on this play, see the Seattle Seahawks come out in what is essentially here your one tight end, one fullback, 21 personnel. Is how what you would call this, two wide receivers. So, if you had Robbie Oots in the typical fullback position here, you'd have pretty much an I formation kind of look for the Steelers. Now, the Steelers come out with their base personnel here. So they're in a 3-4 defense. They've got the two linebackers behind the outside edges, as you would typically see. But then you can see they've also brought down their safety into the box. So you're getting that extra guy down there. This is going to lead the Steelers into giving Sam Darnold a cover 3 kind of look, cover 1. He's going to get his outside corners here that are probably going to drop to depth because you have less guys in the back end. And this guy's going to be here to have to kind of clean everything up in front of it and back behind there into the middle of the field. You may have the linebacker drop into the middle, but what Sam's going to see here is he's going to notice that linebacker's not dropping. Why? Play action. Why do I want play action all the time? Why am I hammering on this? Because look at the linebackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he's kind of on a run blitz, it looks like, but you can see Peyton Wilson above him. So lock in on these two linebackers here. Notice their steps here post snap as Sam Darnold sells this play fake. Okay, so he comes out of this, does Sam, right here. He makes an instant calculation. Linebackers not dropping to depth. So how I read it prior to the snap is how it's playing out post snap. Now all I got to do is allow my crosser to get the time to go across the field because it's a long developing route to get there. You can see, as I said, cover 3 is what they're playing. That's what you're getting. Notice the guys dropping back on the outside, the cornerbacks dropping back on the outside. They're to play to depth, okay? So you're running the routes in front of them. They got to play to depth. That's why they're not necessarily driving on those routes with 100% aggressiveness. Safety's got to make sure he's staying clean over the top, as well as them being in a pickle of deciding to pick up this crosser or not. So you just lead to some communication, and it's on the back of you attacking less bodies in the secondary here. He gets free. The corner can't get over there. It's kind of maybe a man match kind of principle here from the Steelers, being that if you're this outside corner here, you're in a cover 3 man match situation. But if you read the receiver cutting underneath, then you need to basically be reactive and then jump on that route. It's really tough on corners. I'm much more of a fan of you play zone or you play man. It's a little bit like that gap and a half stuff on the defensive line where you're asking a guy to kind of do two things at once. And that's is what it leads to, is they end up not doing either thing particularly well. So he's always got to be thinking about, you do not get beat on this play. You do not get beat on this play. But oh yeah, if the receiver draws in on this crossing route over here, you got to be jumping on that too. And so what I love about this play call is its anticipation of getting that extra man down in the box right here first off, eliminating that extra safety over the top. Not a cover 2 shell here. See, one safety. So he knows he's got this. He's anticipating this look as Kubiak in this play call. The play action to stick with that, to drive the linebackers up, to give Sam Darnold the nice look here at the end, where he comes off that turn and he can trust what he saw prior to the snap. And then what really makes this play, just to finish this off, that we've got to give a tip of the cap to, which is that through the first couple of weeks, I don't think anybody's been giving any real credit to Sam Darnold's toughness. And, I mean, he gets smacked right in the chops here. Watch Sam. Bam. I mean, I think Zabel gets just dumped. And it's not Zabel's fault. He's helping out on another block and tries to get over late. Charbonnet's trying to pick it up too. But Sam, remember, like I said earlier, the crossing route needs a lot of time to cross that field and get through all the traffic. Sam waits as long as he can and then lets that thing go just to make sure it's caught and clean and free. But that's toughness of a quarterback standing in there. You say he's seeing ghosts? Huh? I don't see him seeing too many ghosts on this play. I see a man standing tall and delivering a good ball. Hell of a play call there. Able to attack at a base. You go base, you go big, you bring guys up to the line of scrimmage, you start creating some space out there on the backside that you can't kind of do if you go to 3 or 4 wide and you're trying to spread everybody out. Kind of does stand out on this. And good play call by Kubiak. Felt like he was starting to get a little bit more footing here in what he's gotten going and what is going down. And so hopefully he can kind of keep building on that a little bit